Hi, families and readers. We are going to read the next chapter of Junie B. Jones' Aloha-ha-ha by Barbara Park. Remember the last time we read, Junie B. Jones got a new friend, Hula Girl Barbie, who she is decided to name Hula Girl Dolores. And Philip Johnny Bob, her stuffed elephant, is not too pleased with having to share space in the backpack. So I thought the funniest part of chapter 3 was when Junie B made it sound like Philip Johnny Bob was saying, "Hey, who turned out the lights?" He shouted, "Get me out of here! Get me out of here!" And then they had to go through airport security. Well, they had to get scanned with a wand at airport security. And the security person did not think that it was very funny. And in fact, when Junie B said, "Hey, this is just like America's Most Wanted," the lady told her, "Little miss, this is not a joke." And now we are on chapter 4, being a sandwich. Being a sandwich? She's going on a trip. How could she be a sandwich? Let's read to find out. After we got to our plane gate, we waited and waited some more. Then at last, a man said it was time for us to board the airplane. Board the airplane is another word for, what do you know? Another dumb bunny line. Only good news. This time we were near the front. And so finally, we got to our seats. "I get the window seat. I get the window seat," I called real loud. Then I ran there speedy quick, and I sat right down. There was a teensy little shade on the window. I pushed it up and pulled it down. It was a little bit stuckish. That's how come I kept pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling until it loosened up. Pretty soon, I tapped on Mother and Daddy. "Watch me, okay? Watch me work the window shade," I said. I took a big breath and started right in. "Up and down, up and down, up and down," I said. I stopped and breathed again. Then I speeded up a little bit. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and... Just then, Mother reached out her hand and she stopped my progress. "Okay, good, fine. Excellent shade work. Thank you very much," she said. Then she buckled my seatbelt. I stretched out my legs as long as they would go. And guess what? They reached all the way to the seat in front of me. "Whoa, my legs are as tall as a giant," I said. I flattened my feet against the seat and I pushed and stretched some more. Then all of a sudden, the lady in front of me popped up like a jumping jack and she spun around real angry. "Would you please stop kicking my seat?" she grouched. "I don't like having my seat kicked." Mother quick took my legs down. "Oh my, sorry," she said. "It's her first plane trip." I looked at Mother very curious. "But I wasn't even kicking her seat," I said. "My legs were just being tall." The lady made a hump sound and she turned around again. After that, I stayed real still. And I didn't move my muscles. Only, wait a second, hold the phone. Just then, I spotted the cutest thing I ever saw, and it's called, "Hey, there's a little tray on the back of the grouchy lady's seat, and it's folded up real flat." I leaned up and opened it. "Ha! What will they think of next?" I said. I practiced folding it in and out. "Watch me, Mother. Watch me, Daddy," I said. I stood up tall to demonstrate. In and out. In and out. In and out. In and bam. The grouchy lady popped up again. What in heaven's name are you doing now? She grouched. I did a gulp. I'm demonstrating my tray table, I said. Mother's face looked embarrassed. She said she is sorry again. The lady did a snort and turned back around. Please, Junie B, said Mother, behave yourself. Do not touch that lady's seat one more time. I slumped way down in my seat. Then I reached into my backpack and I pulled out Philip Johnny Bob and I whispered in his softy ear, do not touch that seat right there, or a grouchy lady will snap your trunk off. I said. Philip raised his eyebrows. I can't touch it, he asked. Not even with my little pinky toe? I thought for a second, well, okay, I guess you can touch it with your little pinky toe, but that's all, I said. And so very careful, Philip reached out and he touched the lady's seat with his pinky toe. And she didn't feel a thing. Me and Philip laughed at that funny joke. Then pretty soon, he tapped on his chin, and he looked curious at me again. I wonder if there's a grouchy lady behind us, too. I shrugged my shoulders. I don't know, Phil. Why don't you take a peek? I said. And so Philip Johnny Bob turned around, and he tried to peek through the seat crack, but he couldn't get a good look. So finally, I had to lift him way up to the top of my seat, and I let him stare back there for a while. Only bad news, didn't actually work out that good on account of we forgot. Phil's eyes are buttons, and buttons do not have good distance vision. He came back very glum. Phooey, he said. I couldn't see a thing. Now what? I thought some more. Then yay! A little light bulb went on in my head, and I quick reached into my backpack again, and I took out Hula Girl Dolores. Phil, it's Dolores! It's Dolores, I said. Dolores is skinny enough to fit through the seat space, see? Plus, her eyes are not even buttons. Philip smiled. You are sharp as a tack, Junie B. He said, I know it, Philip. I know I am sharp as a tack, and so I will send Dolores on a spy mission to the seat behind us, I said. Please stand by. After that, I picked up Dolores and I pushed her through the seat space, and I let her take a nice long peek. Only just then a little bit of trouble happened, and it's called, I felt a tug on Dolores's head, and then whoosh, someone pulled her to the other side of the seat. I could not believe my eyeballs at that situation. Very quick, I got on my knees, and me and Philip looked over the top of my seat, and oh no, another grouchy lady was staring back at us. She was holding Dolores in her hand, and her face was not smiling. She did a frown at me. You're a little bit old to be playing peekaboo, don't you think? She grumped. I did another gulp. Yeah, only we weren't even playing peekaboo, I said. We were on a spy mission, said Philip Johnny Bob. Just then, Daddy stood up and said apology to the woman, and he got Dolores back for me. Then he sat me back in my seat, and he said if I do not behave myself, we will turn this plane right around, and we won't even go to Hawaii. I looked and looked at that man. That was a bluff, I think. After that, I put Dolores away in my backpack, and me and Philip whispered to each other real secret. I can't believe it, Phil, I said. There's a grouchy lady in front of us and a grouchy lady behind us. Philip did a sigh. We're right in the middle of a grouchy lady sandwich. We slumped down in our seat and we looked out the window. Then, at last, the pilot talked over the loudspeakers, and he said we were next in line for takeoff. Me and Philip hugged each other real happy, and then yippee! The engines got very loud, and the plane started to move, and we went faster and faster and faster, and we went all the way up in the sky. It was just like a magic carpet, I tell you. There were puffy clouds everywhere I looked. This view takes my breathing away, I hollered to Mother and Daddy. Mother smiled. Yes, it does, she said, but you don't have to shout. I pointed at my ears. Yeah, only there's airplane noise in my head, and so I can't actually hear my own voice, I explained. Mother picked up my backpack. Well, let's try to find something quiet to do, okay? Okay, I said back. We looked through all the stuff I brought. Then, hooray, hooray, I spotted my brand new camera. Wow, I almost forgot about that assignment, I said. Today will be the first official picture for my photo journal. My eyes lighted up. Hey, I know, you can take a picture of me by the window. Okay, Mother, okay? A picture of me by the window will be the perfect start. Mother put her finger to her lips. Shh, you're still talking too loudly, Junie B. Everyone can hear you, she said. After that, she took out the camera and she started to aim. No, wait, hold it. I didn't even get posed yet, I told her. I quick undid my seatbelt and leaned next to the window. Get the clouds in the background. Okay, Mother? Room 1 will love to see me way up high in the clouds. Philip Johnny Bub was still sitting on the seat. I reached over and picked him up. And get Philip, too. Okay? Just me and Philip and the clouds. And that's all, I said. Just then, Philip tapped on me and he whispered a funny secret. I started to laugh. Then I told the funny secret to Mother. Plus, Philip says, don't get the grouchy ladies, I said, because those 2 grouch pots will ruin my whole entire photo journal. Mother's eyes got big and wide at me. Shh, Junie B, please, she said, very panicked. Then she quick tried to take the picture, but oh no, both of those grouches sprang up as fast as springs, and their big grump heads got right in my picture. I covered my mouth real shocked. Mother covered her mouth real shocked too. Then both of us kept our heads bent down until the grouches stopped staring. After they were gone, I looked at Mother. Me and my big fat mouth, I said in a whisper. Mother kept her head down and she talked to me through her fingers. I couldn't have put it better myself, she said. After that, she gave me back my camera and she said that maybe we would try again later, after the dust settled. I did a sigh. Yeah, only I can't try again later, I said real whiny. Yeah, only I can't try again later, I said real whiny. On account of I need to save the rest of the pictures for Hawaii. I slumped down very glum. Then I closed my eyes and I thought about that stupid, dumb picture caption. I did a cringe. My photo journal was knocked off to a good start. Day 1, Grouchy Ladies. See you next time. Happy reading.